Hello everyone, Gaza Mutkarsh and I welcome you all to this session on relational databases and SQL basics. So guys, let's have a look at the agenda for this session. The agenda for this session includes table schema design. Then we'll be looking at let's say table creation in MySQL and data insertion in MySQL in the let's say created table, and the same procedure we are going to follow for Postgre. So first of all, we'll be creating a table in the Postgre and then we'll be inserting the records into the Postgre table that we have created. So guys, let's switch to the SQL window. So guys, currently we are in the SQL window. So guys, first of all, we are going to understand the table schema design, right? So let's understand this. Suppose I want to create a table for employees. So I want an employee table, and let's say the database that we'll be using is use db demo1. This is the database that we have created in the previous session, and this is what I'm going to use. So use db demo1. This is the database that I'll be using. So this is the command, let's say, to use the given use an existing database. All right, this is what we'll be using, we'll be writing to use an existing database. Next, we'll be writing, let's say, create an let's say, okay, next I'm going to see show all the tables. Do we have any tables in this database? Because we haven't created them yet. So if I write let's say show tables, so do we have any tables? No. So in db demo1 we don't have any table to begin with, right? So now first of all we'll be understanding the table schema design, then we'll move to table creation. So my objective is to create an employee table, right? So employee table will have employee ID, and then we'll have employee name. Then let's say we'll have joining date, employee joining date. Then we'll have age of the employee. Then we'll have the experience, and experience is going to be in years. Then I'm going to add city, the city to which the employee belongs. Then I'll be writing email. Then I'll be writing the department. Then the profile, job profile. So these are the features that I want to have. And then maybe some, let's say, besides this, can we pass some sort of score? All right, so maybe after this, salary. Next, I'm going to pass the salary. All right, so these are the features that we have. This is my table schema that I wish to design. So considering this, we have to figure out the data type and the constraint that we can apply to each and every field that we have. So if I talk about employee ID, right? If I talk about employee ID, so employee ID over here, I can set this as maybe integer, and this will be the primary key. Primary key as in all the values in the employee ID column will be unique. All right, and they'll be not null. We cannot pass any null values in the employee ID. This is how, let's say, the employee ID will behave. Secondly, we have the employee name. So as far as the employee name is concerned, over here I can pass some varchar. So this will be varchar as in the variable length of character, and for this column I can pass not null. This is the data type, this is the constraint. All right, so over here I'm writing the field. This is going to be my field. Then next, this is going to be the data type, and then this is going to be the constraint. If at all there is any constraint, I can mention it over here. So this is the integer, and the primary key, this will be the constraint. So the data type would be varchar, not null will be the constraint. Now not every column requires, let's say, the constraint. So employee name I've set, then I'm passing joining date. The data type would be date, and of course even for joining date maybe I can pass not null. All right, for joining date I'll be passing not null. Then I'm having age. So for age the data type would be integer, and let's say I won't be passing any constraint. So maybe for the age column we can set some constraint. Means it can accept even null values, right? Then after age we have experience, and experience would again be an integer, or maybe I can pass it in float. For decimal numbers I'll be setting it in float, and maybe even this can take null values. Then I'll be passing city. All right, and city would take, let's say, city would have varchar, and again no constraint over here. Then I'll be passing, okay, maybe after city I'm setting this as country, and for country I'll be passing a constraint country. The data type would be, let's say, character, and the constraint would be default. I'll be setting the default country as India. So this is going to be my constraint. After country we have email, so email will be varchar, and again this will be unique. No two emails can be same. Then I'll be passing department, again varchar, no constraint, and then 10th would be job profile. All right, and for the job profile, the data type is going to be again varchar, maybe no constraint, and then we have the salary. So salary would be, as far as the salary is concerned, over here I'll be passing let's say integer. So guys, these are the columns, and this is the table schema design, right? This is how I'll be going to create the table. So we have 11 columns. So let's create this table. Let's see what is the command to create the table. Over here I'll be writing create table employee, and in this employee table, right, in this employee table, what are the columns that I have? I'm having employee ID, employee name. So this is what I'll be writing. So this is employee ID, this is going to be integer, and then this is going to be the primary key. Then we have employee name. Employee name is going to be varchar, and it is going to be not null. This is what we have mentioned over here. Then we have the joining date. Joining date is going to be date. All right, and yes, and not null again. So this is going to be not null. Okay, employee ID varchar, not null. So next we have over here we are creating the employee table where we have the employee ID integer. I'm setting this to primary key. Then employee name varchar not null, but when we are defining the varchar over here, I need to define the number of characters. So the employee name, let's say I'm assuming this to be 70 characters long. Then as far as the joining date is concerned, I don't need to pass any let's say format. As far as the date is concerned, after joining date we have age. Age is going to be an integer. Then after age we have experience. Experience will be in integer. Then city varchar, then I'll be passing city varchar maybe 80 characters. After city we have country. So for country this is going to be character, and I'm passing 10. And what will be the default country? The default is going to be India. After country I'm having email. Email is going to be varchar, and this is going to be varchar maybe 100. And for email I have to set unique. After email we have department, job profile, and salary. Then we have the department, then we have the job profile, and then we have the salary. Salary would be my last column. So department is again varchar, maybe 50 characters would be enough. Job profile again varchar, again we can restrict it to maybe let's say 80 characters. And salary over here would be an integer. All right, salary would be an integer over here. So guys, this is what we have created. We have employee table where we have employee ID, employee name, joining date, age, experience, city, country, email, department, job profile, and salary. Let's check. So for employee ID, integer primary key. Yes, employee name is varchar not null. Varchar not null. Joining date is again date not null. Age, experience is are integers. Okay, experience is in float, right? Let's add float. Then city is varchar 80, and country is character. The default that I've set is India. Email is varchar with unique, and then after email I'm having department, then job profile and salary, right? Okay, so guys, we have created this table over here. This table has been created, and I've executed this using this button over here, execute. So now if I want to display the table, let's say the table data, so I just need to write select star from, what is my table name? Table name is employee. So I need to execute this. Let's check this. So when I'm executing this, as you can see, currently we have not inserted any data, so the entire table output is empty. What does star over here indicate? Star indicates everything. Why are we using the select query? Select query is used to display the output from the given table, or maybe let's say from other let's say database objects. So select star from employee, what does this indicate? Display everything from the table employee. This is the syntax to display all the let's say records from the table. Currently we don't have any data. Next we need to insert the data, right? So let's see insert data into employee. How to do this? Now there are two ways. I can directly insert it like this: insert into employee values. So what are the values that I'm going to insert? Suppose employee ID 11, employee name is maybe Abhishek. All right, I'm not passing first name. Joining date would be let's say 2022, and then maybe 10, maybe 05. This is the joining date. Age is let's say 28. Experience is 3.5. City is Delhi, and the email is Abhishek, let's say abhi123 at the rate gmail.com. Then the department is IT. Job profile is data analyst, and the salary is maybe let's say 45,000. All right, so this is what I've mentioned. Okay, maybe let's say 58,000. This is what I've added over here. So insert into employee, and then these are the values. So this is one approach of inserting. So I can add even multiple records. So I'll be adding another one. This is 12, and let's say over here I'm using maybe a different name. Let's call this Karthik. The joining date would be 21, maybe 05, maybe 01, and the age is going to be maybe 30. The experience is going to be 5.5 years. The city is going to be let's say Noida, and over here I can pass Karthik123 at the rate gmail.com. The department is IT, and the job profile is data engineer, and the salary is going to be 87,000. So this is one approach of inserting the data into the table, where I can pass multiple records like this. So if I were to execute this, as we can see, okay, column count does not match the values. Let's check this. So I'm having employee ID, then employee name, then joining date, then age, experience, city, okay, country, okay, country is missing, right? So for country, the default that I've entered was India. So I can override this. So it's better that I define the column values. So this is going to be employee ID, then employee name. So employee ID, employee name, then joining date, then age, experience, city. After city, I'll be writing email, then department, then job profile. All right, and then salary. So this is the order in which I'll be, let's say, inserting the values, right? Because for country, the default value was India. So now if I execute this, so guys, as we can see, the query has been executed. Now if we check the data, select star from the employee. So if we check this, what is the output that we are getting? The output is clearly we can see that we have two records inserted into this data. So we have employee ID 11, Abhishek, 2022 10/05 is the joining date. Age being 28, experience is 3.5 years, the city being Delhi, country is India. For country, we did not insert any values. This is the email. Then I'm passing the department as IT, job profile is data analyst, and the salary is 58,000. Next, I'm having employee ID as 12 with the employee name Karthik, joining date is 2021, 0501, age is 30, experience is 5.5 years, city is Noida, country is India, the email is karthik123 at the rate gmail.com, the department is IT, job profile is data engineer, and the salary is 87,000. Now, what if there's another employee maybe from a different country? So next I can insert it like this. So insert into employee values. Now I won't be passing, let's say, the values. I'm not passing the column order, right? Means I'll be inserting all the values for all the columns. So यहाँ पे हम employee name में we can consider maybe Urvashi. All right, and the joining date is maybe 2020, and then 0401. Next, age would be, let's consider maybe 34. Experience would be 8.5 years. Then city would be, maybe let's consider, we can consider some other city, right? Maybe Seattle. All right, let's consider New York. Over here, I'm considering New York as the city. Okay, what went wrong over here? Let's check this. So this is the date, right? Okay, this was not closed. Yeah, so date is handled. After joining date, we have age. Then experience is maybe 9 years. All right, and then experience after that we have to write city. So this is New York, and the country is maybe USA. Then email is, the department is maybe, let's say, admin. Job profile is manager. All right, and let's say the salary is something of this sort. All right, so these are the details, right? So if we insert this, let's see if we are able to insert the values. And as we can see, the data has been inserted. So now if I write select star from employee, so I should be seeing this data. This is from. So guys, as we can see, these three records are inserted. The default country was India, but I can overwrite it to USA. This can be overwritten as well. All right, so guys, let's switch to the Postgre to see the let's say another table creation in Postgre. So guys, over here we are in the Postgre. First of all, let's say this is my table structure that I'm creating. I'm creating a table called company employees, where the employee ID is going to be serial. Serial indicates that this is an auto increment field. I don't need to write anything for the employee ID. It will start from 1 and onwards. Full name would be varchar 100, not null. It is not going to accept any null values. Age is integer. Is active is a boolean value that the default is true. Joining date is date. Salary is numeric up to 2 decimal places. Email is text with unique. Phone number is varchar 15 characters. Skills is going to be text, and metadata is JSONB. So skills is essentially going to be an array. Metadata we can pass something of dictionary format. So first of all, I'm going to create this table. So as we can see, the table has been executed, right? Table created. Now let's see how to insert the values. Over here, I'm passing company employees. I'm starting with full name. I'm not including the employee ID. Reason being, it is the auto increment field. Full name, then age. Age integer is active boolean. Joining date. Salary is numeric. Email is varchar. Email is text. Phone number is varchar. Then skills is an array. This text indicates an array, and the metadata would be in dictionary format or JSON format, right? JSON binary. So for the values, I'm inserting, let's say, Neha Sharma 29 true. Neha Sharma is the name. Age is 29 is active true. Then joining date is 2021 6/15. Then salary is 75,000. The email is let's say neha.sharma@example.com. Then this is the phone number. Then the skills includes in the skills I've passed an array, and in the array I've passed a list. So the skills include Python, SQL, Power BI. And for the metadata, I'm passing LinkedIn. This is the LinkedIn profile, and experience in years is 5 years. So this is how a single record would be inserted. And likewise, I'm inserting somewhere around 5 to 6 records. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 records. So these are the 6 records that I'm inserting over here. So if I were to execute this, so guys, as we can see over here, it says 6 records inserted. How can I check the data present in this table? I can write select star from company employees. So if I run this, it is going to display the entire data into the table. So we have employee ID, full name, age, is active, joining date, salary, email, phone number, the skills, and this is going to be my metadata, right? So guys, this is what we have, let's say, implemented over here. So guys, that brings us to the end of this session. So I'm switching to the PPT. So guys, in this session, we have understood table creation and insertion in MySQL. We have also understood table creation and data insertion in PostgreSQL as well. So in the next session, we'll be starting with the basic SQL queries such as select, let's say where, order by, etc. Thank you.